Hey everybody, it's Bucky again with Top Dollar Home Offer. Thank you so much for tuning in our series on real estate investing. We actually wrote a book and have it on our website that you can download for a small fee of $7.97, and you would have the full text version of this. But if you like free, like we do, you can listen to the whole series here on YouTube. YouTube's awesome and makes it so easy to share this information with you. And we recorded this reading of our book and added in many scenarios that affect us as we have grown our 20 years of real estate investing. Last time we were speaking, we were talking about becoming a landlord and how to screen tenants and how important that is. We are Top Dollar Home Offer. We buy houses Tulsa and we keep them, we sell them, we fix and flip them. We do all kinds of things with real estate. And if you're a homeowner that says, I need to sell my house fast, then we can help you do that. We offer all types of different services. So if you're just don't know where to look, if you're facing foreclosure, if you have a property that you're just tired of being a landlord to, or maybe you're just thinking about getting into real estate investing and you don't know where to start, you can give us a call, have a cup of coffee with us, and we'll go from there. This series is, again, a reading of our book here, and we wanted to continue that part here right inside the book here. So let's jump back in here and give you guys the details of about screening tenants. Okay, so when we last talked, we talked about how important it was to make sure what tenant is going to be living in your property and to ensure that you have a driver's license associated with that tenant to verify that they're the actual person that's going to be living in that property. There's been so many times that landlords have been burnt by tenants, or there's even scams out there where landlords, meaning people also that don't even have tenants in their houses, are getting scammed by people on the internet that are posting for rent signs for properties they don't even own. So even if you're a tenant or a landlord, this is something to be cautious of. People could be using your property to generate fake rent, and all of a sudden these people are out of money. So if you're a tenant, be sure to understand that you want to know the landlord owns that property and you're not getting scammed by an internet scammer. Unfortunately, this is the society we live in today, and you can be taken advantage of quite easily. So have your guard up, and let's talk about this. So let the prospective tenant know that you're going to do a background check as well as a credit check. Okay, that's important, right? The reason why banks don't lend money without pulling a credit report, because they have no idea who you are. You can be as trustworthy and clean cut as you want to show them, have all your things in order, but you could have a terrible credit report and they won't loan you money. Same thing, you have to treat yourself as a landlord, as somebody like a third party person. You've got to take certain aspects out of renting properties from your emotions, meaning that you do have to look at the straight facts and information on those properties to ensure that you're not being judgmental, meaning that, hey, I thought it was okay to rent to them. Well, don't think, no, use the facts and you will be rewarded well, because you're not going to rent to tenants that do not meet the requirements that you're looking to understand and meet as a landlord on that property. So do your background check, understand, make sure there's nothing that's chaotic there, nothing that's criminal that could be affected on your property. Make sure you pull the credit report to ensure that everything looks in order, right? Because this is a person that's going to be living in your asset, right? So that would be harmful to you if you haven't screened them well. Okay, so just be sure to understand that and follow through those guidelines and have like a black and white. Yes, yes, yes. And if there's any negative things they meet, don't rent to them. Take your time. This person could be take months and months and months to get out of your property if you rent to the wrong person. And that would be terrible for you. So you want to make sure that you screen your tenants well, and that way you will have the right tenants in place that will pay you month in and month out. So from there, let's talk about the next thing. What you want to do is you want to set up a time to meet with your prospect tenants in person. In this modern world of technology, face-to-face meetings can get pushed back to the back burner. However, meeting with them in person can show you their personality and if there's someone that you want to rent with. Did they show up on time to their appointment? What does their car look like? Is it clean? Do they even have a car? We'll talk about, just understand their personality and figure out what needs to be done in order to ensure that this person is a person of character that will take care of your property. And from there, you'll be able to understand if this person has the right traits and personality that you want to work with and deal with. On the application, have a code of contact, right? Oklahoma air here in the wintertime can be hit or miss. In the modern world of on the application, have a code of conduct that they are to adhere to. By should you allow them to rent from you? Okay, what does that mean? So have expectations. Hey, this is not a party house. This is not a house that you can do other things in that are illegal. You will immediately evict them. Have those guidelines in there that you have something you can fall back to. The code of conduct will also include what is expected of you and what is expected of the tenant. Again, this sets the expectations from you to the tenant and the tenant to you. So they understand, hey, if I have a problem, this is what I do. Or if you have a problem, this is what I do. And if you don't do this, you do that. It's black and white. It's written, it's signed, it's understood. Make sure you go through and explain this so they can understand it. And that gives you a chance to read their character. You say, hey, no parties, and they flinch, you know that they like to party. And you may be okay with that, but most landlords don't like their houses turned into party houses. I was in a house the other day, and the landlord was okay with people having parties. It was terrible. The house just smelled like smoke, and all those things will take so much time to get rid of. So when we buy houses, Tulsa, we have to see the history of the house too. I mean, it takes a lot of time to clean up an old party house that stinks like alcohol and beer, and there's smoke stained walls and burnt holes in the floor. Like all those things happen at a party house. If you're not sure about the wording, seek counsel from a real estate attorney that specializes in this. So don't get yourself in trouble. Be sure to have something that is fair for the tenant and fair for you, and the expectations are set right. One of the most important things you can do is follow the policies and procedures of the Fair Housing Act, okay, FHA. This is to help keep you in line, as well as the prospective tenants from being discriminated due to race, religion, gender, disability, sexual orientations, etc. You need to be aware of this and read over those policies careful. You may have to read them several times to make sure you understand and avoid unnecessary litigation. You must work to avoid the appearance of being biased in any way, form, or fashion. Okay, that's the nuts and bolts of that. So be sure when you screen your tenants, you see them in person, you meet them in person, or if you're having a property management company, make sure that they are responsible for doing that. Don't ever rent to somebody you've never met. Just don't do it. Okay, guys, remember, this is Top Dollar Home Offer. We buy houses, Tulsa. If you have a home that you need to sell and say, hey, I need to sell my house fast, then give us a call. We're happy to buy those homes. We buy them all over Tulsa. We buy houses in any shape and form. Just give us a call. We're happy to help. Thank you and have a great day.